Good evening, Your Excellencies, esteemed guests, partners, and colleagues. Research consistently demonstrates that when women lead, performance flourishes. Startups, innovative firms, and institutions with diverse leadership not only thrive, but outperform their counterparts. Yes, despite the overwhelming evidence, barriers persist, hindering the full inclusion of women in decision-making roles. While men may exude confidence, studies show that women demonstrate remarkable competence. In leadership, this paradox highlights the importance of breaking down societal barriers and biases that have long limited women's potential. It's not a question of merit. Women are qualified, capable, and ready. What they lack is visibility, access to network, and the opportunity they deserve. At the Lebanese League for Women in Business, LLWB, we embarked on the Women on Boards journey on 2016 with a firm belief that diversity, equity, and inclusion are not just moral imperatives, but economic necessities. Since then, we have worked across sectors with public institutions, private enterprises, civil organizations, syndicates, and academia to make gender diversity a priority, not an afterthought. This progress would not have been possible without the vision and leadership of our founders, our dedicated boards, advisors, members, staff, and of course, our president, Karina Iyame, all of whom have worked tirelessly to turn this vision into reality. Our collaboration with the UK Embassy has been instrumental in accelerating this change. With your steadfast support, we have engaged in gender assessments and actionable policy recommendations in partnership with the Lebanese American University and the Arab Open University in 2025. And last year, we had 4 other entities, Balamand University, MUBS, the Syndicate of Dentists in the North, and Dammahag NGO. Secondly, we have conducted 3 groundbreaking research initiatives that we are launching today to establish a baseline for women's representation on boards. Data that will serve as a foundation for decision makers in both the private and the public sectors. And please allow me to thank Lara Saade, our expert, for conducting those studies. Also, we have developed learning tools, and here, please scan the barcodes so you can access the studies. So we have developed learning tools and made advocacy efforts to ensure that boardroom diversity is driven by knowledge and accountability by providing mentorship to trailblazing women and therefore fostering a new generation of empowered leaders and strengthening our LLWB leadership network. We have also offered scholarships for 33 gender champions, enabling them to undergo a transformative program in collaboration with UZA and IFC. These women will soon join our growing network of certified women on board alumni. They are ready to take on leadership roles and driving systemic change. I want please to ask the cohort of women who are taking the course with IFC to raise up, please, and we give them a round of applause. And finally, we have achieved a major milestone for LLWB to build our capacities and the capacity of our staff. And I want to invite Samer, Diala, and Rachel to join me here. And our staff here, they have been certified as gender facilitators by the ILO, and now they are PGA certified facilitators. Thank you, and please also. Hussein, why you are not joining? Hussein? Okay. This certification enables LLWB to independently conduct in-house gender audits, fostering gender equality and workplace diversity across organizations. Now, to our dedicated staff, partners, and everyone who contributed to this initiative, your passion and commitment made it possible. But Today, it's not just a celebration of progress. It's also a moment to pause and to reflect. Why do women face hurdles in reaching decision-making positions? We know that good governance and meritocracy are particularly good for women and for good governance. A clear example is the judicial sector, where women make up to 60% of judges, yet they remain underrepresented at the highest decision-making posts. And as we reflect, let's ask ourselves some critical questions. Were you promoted because you are a man or a woman? Were you ever told that you were too aggressive when you were assertive? Were you asked about how will you balance work and life and family and whether your spouse approves of your career? Have you ever been judged on appearance rather than qualifications? Have you been denied an opportunity because you are a woman and that another man is seen as a potential? Yes, these are the realities that women face, and we face it every day. This is why we need affirmative action, not as a favor to women, but as a necessary tool to break through systemic and cultural barriers that have been keeping leadership as a man-only space, and for too long now. Knowing that women hold only 5.3% of the board seats in the public sector and only 6.3% of the board seats on stock-listed companies. This is why LLWB is taking a participatory approach with key stakeholders to finalize a law that would mandate a quota for women on boards. We believe that legal reform is essential to ensure lasting change, and I would like to take this opportunity to call on members of the parliament, and we have here the chairperson of the Women's Committee and the MPs. We would like to ask also the ministers, and we were expecting Mrs. Haneen Sayed, and maybe she will be here soon, and the National Commission of Lebanese Women, and we have Lara also as a member here, to join us as partners in advocating for and for passing this law. We are adopting a participatory approach, so we are open to discussion, and we want to work together to craft a good law and to try to pass it. The time for symbolic commitments is over. We need real action, and we need it now. With many public sector board vacancies opening, we have a unique opportunity to ensure that women's representation is no longer debated. It's implemented. The studies we have conducted will serve as a baseline to monitor and inform these appointments, holding institutions accountable for real progress. Together, we have built a momentum, but this is just the beginning. We stand ready to continue this journey to push forward and to ensure that women's leadership is not just an aspiration, but a reality. Thank you, the UK Embassy, for your generosity, and to all of you for your commitment. And we look forward to the road ahead. And where is Rosie? And we look also, Rosie, to continue this cooperation and, of course, to doubling the funds.